Is that in part because we modify our food, even fruit? When I looked back through the history of fruit, apples, bananas, etc., looked extremely different before they were modified to be juicier and sweeter, etc.
Completely. It's like dogs. So all the dog breeds today, from Chihuahuas to Golden Retrievers, they all come from wolves. Humans have been breeding wolves together to create these different species of dogs. They all have that ancestor of the gray wolf. So humans are very good at breeding natural things to serve their purposes. And when it comes to fruit, it's the same thing. So as you say, if you compare like an ancestral banana or an ancestral apple to a modern one, they look completely different. And you should pull up these photos. They're fascinating. Ancestral banana, tiny, full of fiber, full of seeds, not very sweet. And then modern banana, full of sugar, low in fiber, really easy to eat. So that's the first thing people need to know about fruit. Fruit is not natural. Fruit is the product of human engineering. However, a piece of whole fruit also contains fiber and water. So even though it's been bred to have a lot of sugar, the fiber and the water reduce how quickly the sugar arrives in our bloodstream, making it more or less okay for us. But the problem comes when we denature that piece of fruit, meaning if we remove the fiber. For example, if we take an orange and make an orange juice, what are we actually talking about here? Actually, oranges are not even a natural fruit. They were invented thousands of years ago by crossing other species of fruit. To make an orange juice, you throw away part of the orange. You throw away the solid part, which is the fiber. So you're left with the sugar of a very sugary fruit, water, and no fiber. As a result, you're getting a very unnatural amount of sugar in your bloodstream with no fiber to protect the spike, so a big, big glucose spike. And people often say, oh, well, fruit has vitamins in it, so therefore orange juice must be better for you than Coca-Cola. That's actually a total myth. If you compare a glass of orange juice to a glass of Coca-Cola, it's the same amount of sugar, about 25 grams. And the sugar in the can of Coke and the sugar in the glass of orange juice, they're exactly the same. They're glucose and fructose molecules, and your body absorbs them in the exact same way. Your body does not make a difference between sugar from an orange and sugar from a sugar beet that's now in a can of Coca-Cola. I hope that orange juice disappears from school lunches, from hospital meals. The World Health Organization recommends 25 grams of sugar per day or less. So with just one glass of orange juice in the morning that you squeeze at home that you think is good for you, you're already at the maximum limit of sugar recommendation. And most people drink this glass of orange juice thinking it's good for them. Most people with diabetes drink this glass of orange juice thinking it's helping them with their condition. And that's really where I want to act. I want to help people understand what they actually need to do to feel better so they don't fall victim to marketing.